This is an AI-powered feedback generator for questions. Immediate feedback is a powerful tool for learning, and we know that if we're working with a SME or building questions ourselves, sometimes it's hard to get good feedback for questions. So let's let the AI do it. So if you aren't familiar with how to get started building microapps on your machine, just go to the link on the screen and you can see those instructions. So here's my app. Some of it has been pre-filled. I have a title, I have a system prompt with some instructions that I want the AI to take into account every time. And let's now start with the fields that we need. I know that we need a text field for the actual question text. I'm going to add an option to include source material if we want to use that in our feedback instead of letting the AI generate its own feedback. And while we're here making a feedback tool, let's add the option to provide hints as well, and then specify the number of hints that we want. So this gets us the interface that we want, but it doesn't do anything yet. There is no prompt at this point. So for that, we'll configure the phase. So in the prompt, we're asking the AI to provide us feedback. We want it to adjust the tone of that feedback based on the question. We don't really need to make audience a separate field. I think the AI can figure out what sort of tone to use based on the question. And we want to ask for hints if the user checked that box. And then finally, we want to ask the AI to consider the source material if it's provided. So let's save that, take a look. I will give it a question about black holes. And I'll add my content from my unit. And I'll ask for 2 hints as well. And I could, at this point, edit this prompt. I can at least read it, kind of understand what's happening here, but I could make edits to this prompt if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to submit. And let's take a look. So it has identified the correct answer that we gave it. It explains why that's correct. It has mentioned each of the 3 distractors and why that's incorrect. And then it's given us 2 hints like we want. So that looks good to me. Again, this is nice for me, but maybe your LMS accepts questions in a specific format, which would make it a lot easier to get from this tool into an LMS. These are the kinds of changes that I would look into if I was building one of these.